Have you ever created a grid scrapbook page? These are one of the simplest designs and they are quick to assemble. Hello everyone, Miss Carrie here. Today I have an adorable puppy page to share and I can't wait to show you how quickly this comes together. I was inspired by Deanna's Scrap Fest challenge to create a grid design. Pocket pages or 6x8 patterns work well for grid designs. The April Pocket Life Kit includes printed icons, tags, pocket cards, and full-size prints that will make the assembly of this page a breeze. On today's layout, I'm going to share some layered stamping techniques using this Pocket Life stamp set. I will also bring in the inks from the April Color Kit to my page. These lovely spring colors will complement the patterns in the Pocket Life Kit perfectly. When you visit the HipKit site, you'll see that the pocket cards and stamp set are available as a bundle, but if you're not into stamping or using pocket cards, you can purchase either one of these separately. My layout is going to share a memory of our grand pup, so of course I'm going to add a few hearts. This die is new to the HipKit collection and it's such a versatile design. If you would like to know more about the supplies I'm using today, I've added links to each item below, along with a link to the HipKit shop. I am using a piece of Oyster Bay cardstock for my frame. This has a wood grain-like pattern that's great for outdoor photos. I have some adorable pictures of Miss Crazy Daisy, as we lovingly call her, and I'm going to place these in a grid design. Behind the photos, I'm going to lay this full-size pattern. It matches those wildflowers really well. To make these photos pop off the page, I'll layer some of the 3x4 pocket cards behind each one. If you're into pocket scrapbooking, you're probably familiar with Pocket Life kits. They are tailored to fit your paper crafting style. These kits are not only suitable for scrapbookers, but also beneficial for those who create planner pages and traveler's notebook enthusiasts. While my focus is mainly on 12x12 and 8.5x11 pages, I do find joy in using Pocket Life and 6x8 pattern collections as well. The smaller prints and cards from these collections fit perfectly on my pages, and I find that I waste less paper when I use them. On this page, I'm using those 3x4 cards as frames, and I've placed a portion of a journal card at the top for a sentiment. The pocket cards behind each photo are not an exact color match, but they're similar hues and make each photo stand out. The frame, the pattern paper, and the pocket cards all fall within the blue color family. I chose those to match the wildflowers in the photos. I then brought in a pop of peach with florals near the top. And now I'm going to layer this pattern along the lower part of my page to balance out the color in this design. For my title, I'm going to use this fun phrase. Now, Miss Daisy tries her best to do what she is told, but most of the time her curiosity and puppy energy gets the best of her. So even though she tries to do what she knows is right, sometimes she makes a left. All right, now that the basic pieces are in place, I'm going to cut out a few items with metal dies and add some stamped images to the page. With a scallop die, I cut a border from a polka dot pattern. To cut the images on the printed page, I used the background die. I like to secure my dies with mint tape so that they don't shift as I run them through my machine. HipKit has 3 of these dies that match up with the printed PL images. They cut each of these pieces out perfectly and they're ready to use on your page. Before I adhere the rest of the items in place, I'm going to stamp a few circle designs onto my background. Now, if I had planned ahead, I would have stamped the images first. But since that pattern paper is already stuck to the page, I had to mask the edges before I started stamping. I am using a stamping platform because, as you can see, I don't always get the best image the first time around. A platform makes it so much easier to restamp an image. With blue Hawaii ink, I stamped the dotted circle, and then I added the small sun-like image with blue raspberry ink. I am repeating this layered image at the base of the page also. Doing this will lead the eye across my layout. This stamp set has a star circle also that could be layered with the dotted circle. These circle designs would also make great borders and background images. Once the images are stamped, I can remove my tape, and now I have a nice clean image. Like I said, if I had planned ahead, I would have stamped the images first, but masking is an easy way to remedy this. Now I can pop everything in place. I'm adding some thin foam tape to the back of each photo so that I can layer a few items behind each one. Since I added some florals at the top, I decided to bring some more in with another pocket card. I layered the square photo over the top and placed those florals on the left side. To create a visual triangle, I'm going to bring in a third floral pattern with these tags. These were cut from that printed Pocket Life card. I trimmed them down so that they would fit under the photo. Now I have 3 sets of floral patterns that lead the eye down the page. At the base of the grid, I'm going to add this scallop border. This brings in more of that peachy color. I wanted to bring more of this salmon hue near the top of my page. So I'm going to cut out 2 flags from the second Pocket Life sheet, and I'm going to layer these together and place them at the top. As I finish this up, I would love it if you took a moment to tap the subscribe button and let me know that you're new here. If you're already a subscriber, let me know that you're enjoying today's project by tapping the thumbs up icon or leaving me a comment below. I would love to know if this project has inspired you to add some stamped images to your next project. Behind my title card, I layered another pocket card in a lighter blue hue. And now I'm going to bring in the rest of those printed elements and layer a few of these on my page. I'm going to bring in another salmon colored flag right here. This says "Time to Chill Out." Near the top of the square photo, I'm going to layer 2 smaller tags. This is where I need to take a step back and decide where I need to create some balance. I decided to bring back my stamping platform and stamp the words "What a Day" on this pink printed flag. The stamp says "Oh, what a day," but the word "Oh" didn't fit on the flag. So I used a bit of tape to mask the word "Oh" when I was adding the ink. Before stamping the sentiment, I removed the tape and I was able to stamp that partial sentiment. Since this flag is going to be the only image stamped in black, I decided that I needed to add another. Again, I probably should have planned ahead, but that is exactly why I love having a stamping platform. I ended up stamping the words "April Memories" up near that top circle. All right, I am finally done stamping everything, and I love how they all look. It's amazing how much something as simple as stamps can add to a layout. To finish off this page, I'm going to bring in some hearts. These were cut from another Pocket Life card using that heart border die. I'm going to finish adhering all these in place, add a little bit of twine to my tags, and then I'll share the completed layout with you. Here is the completed grid page based on Deanna's Scrap Fest challenge. I finished adding my hearts and I tied a little bit of twine to those tags. This grid design is such a simple one that you can create and add to the Hip Kit Challenge album. Grid scrapbook layouts are some of the simplest projects to make, and they come together quickly when the supplies are simple. With just a few pocket cards, stamps, and inks, I was able to create a fantastic page that records a memory of our grandpup, and I love how it turned out. If you're one who enjoys pinning projects to inspiration boards, I have added still shots of this layout to my social media and to my website for you to use. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope this project inspired you to try something new. If you have any questions about the project or the supplies I used, feel free to leave those in the comments below. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I can't wait to see what you create.